Good morning, guys. Just wanted to say hello, and I miss you. We're going to read chapter 4 in our Wayside Storybook. So let's get to it. Chapter 4. Consider the paperclip. Read a book, write a book report, draw a picture. That was the assignment Mrs. Jules put up on the board. Dana's picture showed a giraffe studying a map. She had drawn a large question mark over the giraffe's head. Her book report only had to be 1 page, but she had written 2 whole pages. The Last Giraffe was her favorite book ever. Now all she needed was a paper clip. She searched her desk. She found quite a few pencils, mostly broken. There were lots of eraser bits and crayon nubs. There was also a crumb-covered pink piece of paper that had come off the bottom of a cupcake. "Oh no, oh no, oh no," she moaned as she continued to search. She raised her hand. "Yes, Dana," said Mrs. Jules. "I need a new paper clip." "But I gave you one at the beginning of the year," said Mrs. Jules. "I know, Mrs. Jules. I'm sorry, but I just can't find it." Mrs. Jules sighed. "I'm very disappointed in you, Dana." "I need a paper clip too," said Joe. Mrs. Jules glared at him. "What did you do with the one I gave you?" she demanded. "I think I used it on my science homework," said Joe. "I handed that back yesterday," Mrs. Jules said. "Didn't you save the paper clip?" "I guess not," Joe admitted. Bebe was finishing up the last part of her picture. "Paper clip, please," she said, without looking up from her work. "One for me, too," said Calvin. Mrs. Jules slammed her hand on the desk. "Do you think paper clips grow on trees?" she asked. "I don't know," said Calvin. "I gave each one of you a paper clip at the beginning of the year. It was your responsibility to take care of it." She opened her desk drawer and took out a paper clip box. She opened it. "There are only 6 left," she said, shaking her head in dismay. "Oh, can I have one?" asked Joy. "I can't find mine." Miss Jules was too angry to reply. She moved to the front of the room. "You children are so spoiled," she said. "Do you have any idea what it takes just to make just one paper clip?" She held up one of her last remaining paper clips. "Look at the perfect double loop. And the way it gleams in the light, almost like a mirror." Her anger seemed to melt away as she marveled at the magnificent metal masterpiece. "It takes a lot of very talented people and years of training and hard work," she explained. "First, there's the wire maker. Paperclip wire has to be just right. Not too stiff, but not too wiggly either. Then there's the wire polisher," she continued, "who gives the paperclip its special gleam, and the wire cutter, who cuts each wire to the precise length. And finally, and most important, the master bender. The bender carefully bends the wire into the perfect double loop." She put her hand over her heart. Sadly, in these rush, hurry days, not too many young people study the art of paperclip bending. There are only a handful of master benders left in the whole world. And who knows, in 10 or 20 years, there might not be any. Everyone will have to switch to staples. "That is so sad," said Dana. Mrs. Jules gave the paper clip to Dana. "Now don't lose it." "I won't," Dana promised. "Let me see," said Bebe. Dana proudly showed Bebe her new paper clip. "It's so beautiful," said Bebe, admiring the double loops. "I never noticed before." "I'm going to be a paperclip bender when I grow up," said Calvin. Mrs. Jewell smiled at Calvin. She had never been more proud of a student. Look, my students are sleeping. All right, guys, that's the end of chapter 4. Until next time.